What if I told you that the most dangerous thing you can do as a trader right now is trade what you want the market to be instead of what it actually is? The market doesn't care about your goals. It doesn't care which stocks you've been watching for months. It doesn't care that you're still long on names that used to be on fire. Today, we're talking about exactly what's happening in the market right now, sector rotation, the AI sell off, the mental game of giving back profits, and the one mindset shift that separates traders who survive this environment from those who don't. Let's get into it. Here's the truth about this market. We've been in a 4-month trading range. The S&P 500 is below its 50-day moving average. So is the NASDAQ. But before you panic, those moving averages are still sloping upward. That's a tired market, not a bear market. There is a massive difference between the two. We also just got a lower than expected CPI print, which means inflation is still cooling. The macro backdrop is not broken. Here's the real story underneath the surface. Pull up the RSP. That's the equal weight S&P 500. Unlike the regular S&P, it doesn't get dragged down when a handful of mega cap names roll over. And right now, RSP is holding up well. That tells us the market is rotating, not collapsing. Money is moving out of the Magnificent Seven and into sectors that, frankly, most people haven't been watching. Which brings me to the most important topic of today's video. Look at utilities right now. Look at that chart compared to the S&P XLU for the utilities ETF. Looks like an AI stock from 2023. It's ripping, and it's not just utilities. Industrials are strong. Consumer staples, Walmart, Costco, Philip Morris, Pepsi, Coke are at or near all-time highs. Basic materials are catching a bid. Energy has been outperforming. These are the boring trades, the unsexy trades. But right now, boring is making money. Here's why this is happening. Institutional money managers came into this year sitting on historically low cash levels. They piled into AI all of last year. They took profits at year end, and they rotated into Dow Jones value names, industrials, energy, staples. And here's the critical part. Institutions can't maneuver quickly. If a portfolio manager needs to dump $2 billion in a mega cap position, that takes weeks, maybe months. They spread it out algorithmically so the price doesn't blow up in their face. That's the footprint we're watching. And right now, that footprint is in the boring sectors. So that's exactly where we should be putting our money. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Microsoft is down roughly 30% from its highs. Amazon is having one of its worst stretches in years. And both of them have been openly saying, we are going to keep spending hundreds of billions of dollars on AI infrastructure. And the market's response, enough. Show us the money. This is what we call a show me story. The market mispriced how fast AI was going to translate into profits. They thought it was going to be faster, better, world changing overnight, and it still might be. AI is a once in a generation technological shift, but it takes time to build out the data centers. It takes time to monetize the infrastructure. And then Claude Code and ChatGPT's Codex dropped. And suddenly these AI tools are writing code for themselves, which throws a massive question mark over legacy software companies. What's their moat now? So should you short these stocks? Look, if you believe the thesis, small positions only, this is still a bull market. You could easily get bottom feeders stepping in, institutions backing up the truck on weakness, and a violent 2-day reversal that takes you out of your short at a loss. If you want bearish exposure, options credit spreads are a much smarter way to play it. Short a call above the current price, collect premium, and you profit even if the stock drifts slightly higher. That's how you express a bearish view without fighting the broader bull market with everything you've got. Okay, here's where I want to get real with you for a minute. Some of you right now are feeling beat up. You placed trades in the right sectors, and for a day or two, everything looked great. And then the market rotated, and now you're sitting on small losses or break-even positions wondering what to do. Let me give you a framework. There's a zone between your entry price and your hard stop loss. We call it the phantom zone. You're not stopped out, but you're not at your edge either. And the question is, do you get out or do you hold? Here's the only question that matters in that moment. Has anything fundamentally changed about why you got into this trade? Did the sector break down? Did something change with the stock itself? Headline risk, earnings surprise? Did the broader market change character? Or did something change from a monetary policy standpoint? If the answer to all of those is no, then the trade is still valid. You just got bad timing. Stay in it unless your hard stop gets hit. Don't let the noise kick you out of a good trade. Now flip it. What about when a trade goes up 60% in 3 days and you didn't expect it to move that fast? Take some off, move your stop up, play with house money. But if the sector is still strong and nothing has changed, let the rest ride. That's where you make the real money. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop thinking about trading as a hit or miss game. Start thinking about it like running a business. Every business has expenses. Amazon has expenses. Apple has expenses. Your lemonade stand has expenses. In trading, losses are your expenses. They are the cost of doing business. Think about it this way. If I told you that this month you'd make 10 trades, 7 would wash out, but you'd walk away with $6,000 in profit, would you take that deal? Most people say yes immediately. But then in the real world, they obsess over the 7 losses and ignore the 3 winners that paid for everything. The energy you're spending on why that trade didn't work, redirect it. Put that same energy into figuring out how to maximize the trades that are working. That is where your time and focus should live. You can't control what the market does. You can control your plan, your position size, your stops, and your reaction. That's it. And when you accept that, truly accept it, trading becomes a completely different experience. So here's your takeaway from today. The market is not broken. It's rotating. The boring sectors, utilities, industrial staples are where the money is flowing right now. Follow the flow, not the fantasy. Trade what's in front of you. Have a plan. Know your stop, know your edge, and accept that losses are part of the business, because when you do, the wins feel a whole lot better. If this video helped you think about the market differently, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what sector you're watching right now. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. See you in the next one.